Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am Adrienne Cooper from the Washington Tuskegee Alumni Club, and
I'm Marcus Cooper. I'm president of the Washington Tuskegee Alumni Club. I was just, amazed, we figured out how to do like lower thirds and stuff to make our stuff a little fancy. We were able to do lower thirds to make our things a little fancy here. I'll make sure I turn up the microphone a little bit so you can hear us. So bear with us. And if you want to be closer to the audio, it's over here, okay? So thank you for being here. I want to also say thank you to the Northeast region and the Philadelphia Club for inviting me to share some knowledge with you or sharing what we're doing. So hopefully you enjoy and you can get some information from what we're doing, and maybe you can apply it to your situation. All right. So we're gonna go to this, and Adrienne is gonna kick us off.
so our workshop this morning is called Leveling Up, and we're going to talk about growing as a people, but more importantly, growing as a club. Because we know, unfortunately, we're at the point in time where some of our clubs are getting older and we're trying to get the younger members. We know that some of us are getting on burnout and we need new blood. So we're going to talk about how do we get that and what are possible options we could use. So just a little bit about the Washington Tuskegee Alumni Club. We strive to be the gold standard. So maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, we really made an intentional act and an intentional purpose to not just grow our membership, but to make sure that we are connecting. So our overarching goal in everything that we do is built on communication and building community. So we want to be able to support alumni, but more importantly, members. We want to be able to support our students from our area. We want to be able to support our community as a whole. So whether it's the HBCU community, our church communities, our schools that are asking us to come in, those are all part of what we do. So, leveling up. Why? Why would it matter? Because it's going to help us stay active, it's going to help our club stay relevant and impactful. We want to make sure that we're not just existing, but we're making a difference as we are. So change begins with the work we are willing to do. So a lot of times we always talk about, man, I wish, we had more members, or I wish there was somebody else to chair this committee. We got to put the work in to get that person ready to step up to the mantle, ready to lead that ship.
So I'm gonna add a little extra to that. It's a quote that I saw on YouTube that Denzel Washington said, and it kind of stuck with me. I want to share it with you. He said, don't confuse movement with progress. You can run in place and not be going anywhere. So let's focus on putting steps in place so we can actually move with purpose and be actually progressing while we're moving.
So we're going to look at these 4 main categories when we're just talking about how do we level up. So we know that it's going to be important for us to develop leaders. That's going to be very important. Community engagement, communication, and organizational strength. And so we're going to talk about those. That'll help us build a stronger, more sustainable, impactful alumni organization or club. So these are just some examples of things that we've done. We're going to have time for questions. We're going to also open the floor. So if WTAC members want to say, hey, remember when we did this? That was really a great idea. So under leadership development, we know, one, as the president, you got to develop yourself. Marcus, how many books on tape have you listened to about leadership?
Probably about 40 or 50 over the last, 6 years, and most of that was my early part of my tenure. One of the books kind of stuck with me. It says that I can't remember exactly which one, but it stated something like, the results you get is because of the leader that you are. So if you were 10 employee organization, it's because you're a 10 employee leader. You know, if you were a 5-member organization, you're a 5-member leader. And then one of the things you have to do is develop yourself and grow. One of the things I think about is that sometimes we blame, like, maybe the alumni, the members, for not wanting to become a part of us. And you can't really blame the people. You know, if you were selling widgets or whatnot, you're going to say, oh, the people I'm trying to cater to are too stupid to buy my widgets. That's why they don't want to come. Or you're going to say, well, they don't know that this is the best thing since sliced bread. But the thing is, we have to make it attractive to them so they would want to come in. You know, and like it or not, we competing with everybody now. You know, the link to how we would show up just because, hey, it's, you know, Tuskegee alums, or hey, we're doing this for Tuskegee. That bond isn't tight as it was. That strength kind of has eroded through the generations, where, you know, the younger generation, you know, don't understand the struggle like the older generation, because they didn't live through that. And you can see that with the interactions, is that, you know, the older generations tend to be diehards. They show up because they understood how it was. They understood you couldn't go everywhere. And now that we can do everything and say it doesn't matter, everything is going to be okay, not knowing that it's still an attack on our universities, our relationships, our institutions, and we just have to work through that. Like I said, we have to promote and market ourselves just like any other organization in order to attract our people.
So we do planning and training sessions, and that is about your, louder? Is that what you said, Ms. Joyce? Oh. So that's about learning your office, but we also do training. So we did QuickBooks Online. So we opened it up to any member. Hey, you want to learn how to use QuickBooks Online? Come join us. Or, hey, we're a Google Workspace organization. So, hey, we're now using Google Workspace. You want training on how to use Google Docs? You want to learn how to set up a Google Meet? Come on, we'll show you. So, like, we do those kind of things. Cross-generational planning. So I will say this. We know we sometimes use the word older, we use the word seasoned, whatever you call them, they're a storehouse of knowledge, and we know that our store is getting depleted because they're passing away and they're moving away. So we got to make sure that we touch them and we get that information. So I will use Ms. Joyce for an example. When we planned our conference in 2019, we said, hey, Ms. Joyce, we're going to use some young legs. We're going to use some willing workers, but they don't quite know what to do. You're going to be the chaperone, the head leader.
The link between the younger generation
You're
and the
going
older
to speak
generation.
both languages. And so those are the kind of things that we're talking about. Like, we know, like, even with our club cookout, we used to have fried fish and fried chicken at our club cookout. Now, I'm not putting anybody's age on the street, but one of our members is a little bit older, and she's still feisty and likes to cook. But I had to say, hey, you know what, can we try this? Can we try getting chicken and fish from this place? And so it required me to do some work where I had to go to the place and get some chicken and fish first and say, okay, here, try this. Tell me what you think. It passed? Okay, we can do this. So now you are retired from that job. So like that's the kind of things we're talking about. Empowering committees. Like, again, we know we've done things the same way over and over again. But Mary, I want you to chair the scholarship committee. I can't tell her to chair the scholarship committee and then keep on telling her what to do. I got to give her room to develop her committee and to develop her ideas. Whether she decides to do the same thing or try something new, that's fine, but we have to give them room to stretch their wings, because again, those that have done it for the last 20 years might not be here, might not be available to do it next time. So we got to make sure we always have someone in the chute ready to work, ready to know that skill.
So I'm going to add to that is that when you take a leadership position or you take over something, don't be so quick to just do it your own way that you envision. Try to understand why some of the things that were done before were done that way, so you'll be better informed. There's quite a few times when I see leaders take new roles and they don't fully understand what was laid before them, and they miss out on the opportunity to build on the work that was done before them. So a lot of our events that we do when you got new leadership is like starting over from scratch. So you building, like somebody already built the foundation, all you have to do is build on top of it. But you're over here building the foundation again to something else, and that's what we have to figure out one person laid the foundation, the next group. And one of the things is we have to really get better with building on top of the other person's foundation, is because the way we're kind of structured, the leadership doesn't stay consistent you're not going to be president of your club for 20 years or whatnot. So you have to build, just like business, like CEOs, they could be in, CEO for 20 years, our positions normally roll over every 2 years or so, and starting from scratch, it takes time. So that's what I say, build on the other person's success, understand why they did it. Another thing when you take over is don't look so quick into just doing it the way you saw it being done. Try to interject new life on it, because if we say, well, they did it this way, I did it this way. Each time somebody kind of copies the next person, something gets lost, right? Because they don't fully understand. So you say, well, I'm doing it the way they did it, and they got these results. But we have to think about how to innovate every time we do it. You should be adding something new, looking to do something new, so you increase participation and things of that nature. We don't want to end up like the circuit cities of the world, or things that didn't change with time. Anybody know who Circuit City is? I'm the only one. Oh, okay. It was the Best Buy before Best Buy, right? You can go in there and interact with stuff, and now I think they still online somewhere. I don't, but you can't find a store anywhere. So that's why we have to continue to evolve. They didn't change with the time, and now they did, and we need to change with the time. Right.
So just providing tools and succession planning. So we have succession planning down as our area that we still need to work on, because we realize, and you guys probably realized that yesterday when we were talking about the nomination slate, like we don't have multiple people just ready and willing to serve. We gotta not just wait until it's time for elections, but start thinking about it during that term. Like, oh, you just took office, start thinking about who might be next up, so you can start to train them and bring them along. Under organizational strengths, so for us, we use club email addresses. My email address is adrian.cooper@tuskegeedmv.org. Improve dues collection. So before, you could only pay your dues if you came to a meeting or you mailed it to our mailbox. We got a little bit fancier. We got to Eventbrite. Hey, then we realized, hey, we could add it on our website and people could pay their dues there. That's cool. So like they could pay their dues there. They could still pay in cash or check. If they came to a meeting, they could mail it. Then we got fancier even more this year. We use this site where now people can do automatic yearly renewal.
Yeah.
And so therefore, now everybody didn't do it.
I'll tell you, because it's a considerable amount of effort every year to reclaim the members that you lost, so trying to get, it's going to be some that's not going to want auto renewal, but as many people you can get to sign up on auto renewal, that's the less work you have to do going forward. So we're very happy, and it was challenging to to find a solution for us because most systems auto-renew based off of the date of payment. So if you paid today, it will auto-renew to the following year on this date, while we want to auto-renew on July 1st, right? So, that's the key distinction.
So for us, we've developed an annual calendar, so we kind of like map out our events. Hey, we know the UNCF MLK breakfast is going to be on the 3rd Saturday. Let's go ahead and put that on our calendar. We use Google Drive to store and document our information. And for us, again, an area that we're working on is being able to identify more people that can serve as backup for people. So like, maybe our treasurer is the only person that signs checks right now. So we need to decide, who else will have that capability.
And one thing else about organizational, before we move on, our structure is a corporate structure. Like the Washington Tuskegee Alumni Club owns its email addresses. None of our leaders work out of their personal emails. So they're expected to conduct all business out of their, all organizational business out of their WTAC emails. And this allows us to, when somebody, hey, they, move to Florida, no longer with the club, we can just go in there and transfer emails to somebody else, transfer their documents to somebody else. This is what businesses do so they don't lose anything, because sometimes when people decide to leave, you can't contact you. All that knowledge is just poof, gone. So that's one of the key things. And this is the core of how we're being so successful, is because we are now kind of unified with how we operate in that respect.
So I put community engagement and communication together because a lot of times they overlap. So for us, again, we treat members special. Our members are not just any old regular alumni that just has Tuskegee on their chest. They are people that have actively made a pact to be a part of us by paying their dues. And so we want to make sure that they know that they are special. So, for example, I'm just going to give you some ideas with that. We do membership discounts. So like, for example, our 85th anniversary, members had a discount code so that they could buy as many tickets as they wanted using the discount code because they were a member. We do our membership drive in the month of June. So every Sunday, we did a drawing for anybody that was a member from whenever they paid their membership to that date, that someone won a gift card. So it was an Amazon gift card, it was $50 Visa gift cards, it was whatever. So like we do those kind of things.
One of our winners is right here. You want to share what you won? What did you win?
I got a $25 Amazon gift card.
All right, she said you won an Amazon gift card. She's been a...
So like even for us, we do HBCU night with the Wizards. And so before the game, we say, hey, members, come meet us. We pick a restaurant that's like literally right outside the stadium, and we say, hey, members, come meet us. And we have burgers and pizza. We go to Matchbox, so we have burgers and pizzas and whatever. We've been doing it now.
Alcohol is on your own, too
3
expensive.
years, I think. So for us, we branded ourselves. So WTAC is a brand. If you don't know, you will know. You see I have on my anniversary shirt. Gail had on hers. If you saw us at homecoming, you saw our WTAC tent. We got 2 of them. So like, we were just at the DC HBCU Alliance 5K race. Our tent has a flag at the top. People were running that race in that heat, and they're like, oh, I see the flag. I know I'm close to the finish line. We weren't that close to the finish line, but they knew. They could see the flag from away, so they knew they were going there. We have YouTube and those kind of things. For us, we increased our social media. So like, we used to just have Facebook. We're on X, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube. For us, when we create content for those things, or even through using our MailChimp, that's where we used to send out our emails, we usually have a call to action. become a member, donate to the Parade of Clubs, send a message to students, whatever it is, we're trying to get them involved. Wear your Tuskegee gear on Tuesday. Enhanced communication tools. Again, like on the table, you'll see some examples of our enhanced communication tools. We used our annual report. So our annual report for fiscal year 24-25 is not out yet, but we have annual reports for the previous 3 years. We had on the table also our business cards. So for us, we realized, one, we're going to a lot of recruitment events, and we as a club offer scholarships. Well, how do I tell all those 5,000 students that stop by my table, where only maybe 50 of them might apply, that, hey, we have a scholarship? So like it says our club information on the front with our website and our phone number, but it has the information on the back. It says like interested in attending Tuskegee, and it has our scholarship information, which will take them to our website. We have very basic business cards for the members. So like members could grab them at any of our events. So, you know, you wear your Tuskegee gear and you're just going in the grocery store and somebody be like, oh, my mama went to Tuskegee and she lives with me. You got a club? I didn't know that. You'd be like, oh, here it is. Catch us. Join our mailing list. Also, another example, I put this on the table. We decided, again, we're being intentional where we want to connect. So we have WTAC Cares cards. So the one I put on the table was the one that we put in our graduation boxes. So this year, WTAC celebrated our graduates with graduation boxes. 1 year before, we gave out like gift cards to, I think we had like 6 graduates. But this year we had 14 graduates from our area and 3 more from a surrounding area that we knew who had been connected with our club through their matriculation at Tuskegee. So we didn't want to leave them out. So like this is an example of things we do where we're like, hey, we thought about you today. Please know that your Tuskegee DMV family is thinking about you and wishing you well. For us, our WTAC scholarship and eligibility requirements, so we give out a scholarship, but we don't just give you the money and you just get it and you don't have to do anything with us. So we tell the students, we need 2 things from you. 1, you need to write a thank you letter, because our members and our donors who are giving this money to you need to know that, 1, you got it and you received it and you appreciate it, so you're going to send them a thank you. Okay? Easy, you would think. A lot of times people don't qualify because they didn't send a thank you. Then the second thing is we require them to do at least attend 2 events. So they can be our holiday party, which is once they get home. It could be our club cookout, which is in June. Or it could be some events that we do at Tuskegee, because we, again, as a club, have made an intentional decision to go to Tuskegee for homecoming and Founders Day.
Most importantly, it could be our club meeting.
Yes, it could be our club meeting,
So,
which we still do virtually.
Yes, and we allow students to come, give them a chance to expose, and not trying to hide anything, from them. We want them to see what it takes to run this organization, and the sooner we can get them involved, the better. And that's one of the reasons we get them engaged, so they don't feel any fearful. They get comfortable being in rooms with us. So, and
I just say that again. We have members who've been on campus for random things, and people walk by them, hey, I know you, and they're, hey, student, hey, how are you? Like, and they're like, hey, Ms. Watson, hey, and they're like, oh, do I know them? Yes, you do. So, like, I know one of our students sang in the choir, and Gail was at Founders Day, the choir thing, and she was like, Adrian, the student, you know, the girl in the choir, she talked to me and I can't remember her name. No problem, we do that. So we, like I said, membership discounts, but like for us again, our area that we're focusing on are better ways to engage. So like, we know that our members are in Maryland, in DC, in Virginia. Some people don't like to travel. Some people have told us, you know, I only leave my house to go to church and to go to the doctor. I'm not coming. That's fine. But how do we make sure that you're still engaged and you know what we're doing? So those are the kind of things that we're doing. So I know I feel like this a lot of times. If that's not you, that's fine, but I could say ouch, because that is me. But don't be afraid to try something new. We're always like, you know, oh, this has to be done and this has to be done, but listen, act, get somebody else with you. And they say, oh, I have an idea. You say, great, here you go. I'm here as a resource if you need me. So we don't want to just throw something at somebody and then not support them, but we also want to give them, like I said before, room to try to make it their own. But you make sure when they make it their own, they know that it has to make a profit. If it's supposed to be an event that's supposed to make profit, like you can't just spend all the money and then we're in the hole. I did that once.
Before we go, one of the things that I want to share is we all have talents. We all have talents. And the goal is to try to pull those talents out to help your organization. One of my gifts, well, I like to think that I have several gifts, and I try to use those gifts for the organization. So I'm pretty decent with technology, so I try to use that gift to try to do the club. You know, I'm not so good with the talking aspect, not the charismatic, even though it might seem that way when you interact with me, but I'm really a natural introvert, and I'm forcing myself to communicate. I'd be very fine just sitting over there in the corner, not saying anything. So to get up to do presentations, not so much my thing. But I'm remembered by a motivational speaker, Les Brown. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's a good motivational speaker. He said, anything worth doing is worth doing badly until you can get it right. So I keep that in mind. So some of the things that we may discuss that may not be in your wheelhouse. You might be a better charismatic speaker. You may be better communicator. You know, just the thing is, everybody here has a God-given gift. And the thing is, are you maximizing that gift to kind of move the organization forward as a leader and things? I also I dabble in the kitchen a little bit with cooking and whatnot. So one of the things that I've done to kind of help the club is kind of move away from the catering aspects of it, because sometimes like catering can be really expensive when we have our events. And I was like, you know, go back to divvying it up, because one of the things that we as an organization, in order to be able to do more for our members, one of the things we can do is try to cut expenses wherever we can. And sometimes that's one of the key ways is that we have to get back to doing things ourselves. I know you don't want to be in the kitchen, but if you can make that macaroni and cheese, be like, I got the macaroni and cheese. If somebody else can say, you know, I can do the fried chicken, or I can't cook, but I could go buy a salad or something, you know, just, you know, and so one of the things is to try to get fiscally strong and being more wise with your money, because one of the things that when you have some resources or whatnot, sometimes we lean to convenience. Like, well, I don't really want to do that. And I said, sometimes we got to go back. That's the part of the always you got to get back to, is like, in order to try to right the ship, you got to put that sweat equity in. You know, so just want to share that with you.
I will say, while he gets ready to cue something, one of the things that we also realize is that you have to like find those influencers. So, you know, there's some people that maybe they might not join the club, they're on the outside, like they're right there on the border, but you know they got a long reach. And so you say to them, hey, can you get 10 of your people to buy a ticket? Can you get them to donate? Can you guys all get together and do something? So sometimes it's that, like we always joke in our club, like, oh, we need to post such and such on social media. And I'm always like, oh, I got MySpace. And they're like, Adrian, MySpace, for real? I'm like, that's not me. Like, I'm not social media. But I know somebody that has an account and everything, so they can manage that. So like finding those people that can do that.
I think this should work. Let's see.
All
This
right.
should be a video of our... So one of the things that we're going to do now, we have an annual membership drive. Like one of the things we do, we recognize that there's a problem with getting members. Like we would first get our members in September. That's when the first batch would sow. But we wanted to have members at the day one. We want members day one of the fiscal year. Because theoretically, if you're not members of your club now, you're not supposed to be able to run it. So the leaders should already have paid their dues now if they are running your club. If you're making decisions, so I want to, now if you notice, this is a subtle difference. This is not actually a graduation box. This is a membership box. If you note, it doesn't say TU grad on the side, it says TU you know, and it says I'm a member of WTAC. But one of the things we want to do to give back is give somebody an opportunity to win that box. So one of the things that we can do to try to get you to win that box is we want you to in case
y'all want to see on the inside.
Let me cut. Oh, I don't know what just happened there. We're gonna try to fix. We want you to,
A cup, a bag.
as of today, we want some numbers of how many members you think WTAC has as of today. And whoever gets it right will win that box.
How many members does WTAC have as of right 9:54? 9:54 a.m. Shout it out. Ooh, wait. I wish it was 220, but that is not right. No. 70, no. 101, no. No.
110.
No. What? No.
116.
No. No. Dr. Darby. No. No, but I thank y'all. Y'all can, so remember, our fiscal year just started July 1st. So y'all giving us a whole lot of credit because we're not even at the end of July. So I thank y'all for the faith. So I'm going to just say those people that are in the 200s, y'all are way off. Did you say 69 and a half? How we getting a half a member?
So it's higher than 66 and it's less than 100.
I gotta go get my charger.
So
What'd you say, Dr. Darby? 70.
almost. All right. It's over 85. I don't hear it.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I think I heard it over. Who said that? That's it, 95. Congratulations. Congratulations, you get a WC. Yeah. And we also know that just as a special thing, like we're using systems that allow us to know quickly. Like I can pull up in seconds of how many members that we have, and I also can pull up with a report on how many members that have not renewed their membership. So even out of that 95 members of today, we have 51 members that have not renewed their membership. So we're gonna chase that.
So imagine if we got those 51 with our 95. Mm-hmm. Woo! We would be doing some stuff.
Yes. So we're gonna The next.
How come it's not showing?
Oh,
So this is just to show you just our membership, because Marcus has been our president, our club president. He's now starting his 4th term, but he started in fiscal year 2020. And so, you know, we know that kind of led us into the pandemic. But we started with 68, we went down to 62, 86, 114, 109, 127, and right now, 25 days into our fiscal year, we're at 95. So we work on it. It is something that we constantly work to do. And that's in thanks to all of our members who, you know, call, send a text to their friends. When they see them at an event, go ahead and write your dues check, I'll take it. So those kind of things. That's why I say the power of influence. Yes, Dr. Darby. Our dues are 105, and that covers our local club dues, our regional dues, and our TNAA dues.
and we also have associate members. They pay the full dues also. And the interesting thing is that we have a couple that's associate members that they got attached to the club during the pandemic when their daughter went. Most of the time, if a parent joins the club, they only with a year or two, and then they kind of fall off. They say, well, you know my daughter, or you know my son, they kind of fall off. But they walk with their daughter all the way through. Their daughter graduated in December, and they still renewed their dues. So
both of them.
So they were so excited about what we're doing, and they could see it, that they wanted to stay connected to us even after their daughter had graduated.
And just to even say this with our dues, we give free membership to recent graduates. So like if you graduated in 2025, any of our scholarship students, any of the students that moved to the DMV area, so we're not, you know, as a region, that's what we decided, that we weren't going to collect regional dues. TNAA has decided that they're not going to collect TNAA dues. So it's just up to the club if you decide if you're going to collect your club portion of dues. As a club, we decided that we were not. So for any new graduates, right now we only have 2, but you know, that's where we are. But I just wanted to show that's an increase of almost 87% in 6 years. So we have constantly been working. Justin laid a good foundation, and we just built on top.
Yes.
Okay, that's the next one.
Okay.
Oh.
Ne-
What's the percent participation of your paid members? Now, I know you guys say participation is everything, whether it's getting 10 people to come, but in terms of, I'm sorry, thank you. In terms of like actual hands-on, boots on the ground members, what's your percent participation?
So I can't give you that exact number because I don't have it, even though I do have a plan to work on better understanding that. And just to kind of give you an idea of where I've been thinking about is that we have, most of our core committees have monthly meetings. Like we moved away from doing, our general body meetings is mainly like status reports and voting on committee recommendations, because the meetings would be too long, debating everything. Do that out in the committee. If you know, and also have to discourage people bringing up things like that's the committee's responsibility. Talk to them and work that out instead of trying to do it here. So we only address, you know, important things that need to be happening that day, just out of the blue, right? You know, but one of the things that I'm trying to do is make sure that we find ways to track. And committee chairs are not really tracking attendance like they should, and I think that I need to develop a system that makes it easier. So one of the things that I've thought about is like, okay, just tell committee when people join the meeting, just give them a link and have them register. I was here at the link or whatnot, just so it'll be easy. So it puts the pressure back on the attendee to verify that they were there, and then I would keep track of it from there, and I can do reports and things like that. That's where I'm moving towards.
Follow-up question. Is there an incentive
So
Marcus, don't answer. Gail, is there an incentive for members that participate?
Okay, on the spot, wow.
Look, I ask you because you participate at events. Like, has there ever been a perk of your participation?
Actually, I can say this one thing, I thought about this. Use the microphone. I have it in my hand. We're at, I think it was the Founders Day or Homecoming, and everybody knows the OD has been remodeled. And that was my freshman dorm. I wanted to go into the dorm, and so the RA who was sitting there, I think I said something about WTAC. Oh, my friend, she's from Prince George's County, and so she knows you guys. Oh, if you want a tour, come on. She shut down the front desk, took me a tour of Whitehall, of OD. So for me, that was only because I was connected with the club. She showed me her, I can't remember the girl's name, but she showed me who our friend was, who was a member of, received a scholarship. So that, for me, that was the biggest benefit, that I was actually to go in, see the room, see everything, what it looked like. So that was a value added for me. That was a priceless moment, to actually see what OD looked like.
So there is some other subtle things that, we don't recognize, but when we have like food events and things of that nature, committee, people that have helped out or whatever, them the ones that get the to-go plates first. Hey, I can't always give you anything out my pocket, but I can give you these extra fiddles, So whenever we can find opportunities to do that, we do. Just like we said, we have membership appreciation events sometimes with those. And the thing is, if they're not participating, they don't show up to even those, and it's like, so mainly the ones that participate show up to the things to benefit from.
We did a suite at the Wizards game one time. Go ahead, Katie has a question. We also have done just random, thank you for helping, a gift card, but a lot of things too. We make sure when we have our events, we're publicly thanking them in our recap email. Like, thank you to so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so for helping with this. Thank you for those people that covered the scholarship or who manned the table, who made sure everything was cleaned up. I'm sorry, Katie, go ahead.
Yes, I have a response to her question. The first part of the question, what is the percentage of participation of
Yes, ma'am.
voice carried enough, but thank you. Anyway,
So please speak into the mic. That this is actually being recorded. So if you don't say anything in the mic, we won't hear you. It won't make it on audio.
thank you. Okay,
Test,
so
test.
one of the things,
Oh, let me.
one of the things the Washington Club has attempted to do is make our participation in meetings virtual. And that has been a constant thing that they've done. They've made sure we get announcements all the time. However, the participation in that virtual meeting is up to the member. And I have to admit that I, as a member, have not taken advantage of that as I should have. And it's a wonderful opportunity. I think one of the things might be the timing of it is at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. And so that might be something that we may want to consider. It's not an inconvenient time. It's just, getting up, just doing it. The meeting is only an hour, so you can make that happen. And so it's just a matter of making sure that we take the time to get involved in the meeting. So I appreciate what you're doing and the fact that you've made that the meeting accessible to us virtually. And I apologize that I have not taken advantage of it.
All right, so we have, we're running along on time. We have a few more things that we want to show you. You can ask us questions during the lunch on your own. We can talk more, whatnot, but we're going to try to show these other videos. This should be a video of our 85th anniversary. Just wanted to highlight.
Good evening, everybody. We're here at the 85th anniversary for the Washington Tuskegee Alumni Club. I'd just like to say I'm having a great time. As you can hear, we got great music going in the back.
We're having such a good time, such a great way to give back to Mother Tuskegee. We know how we love Tuskegee, and we know how we love being together. So it'd be great to have everybody out.
We encourage you to support each other's events. This has been a night of just connection, networking, having fun, and just connecting like the old Tuskegee way.
It is a great day to be a Golden Tiger. It is a great day to be a member of the Washington Tuskegee Alumni Club. 85 years of excellence and service to the Washington, D.C. community.
I want to thank everybody who came out to our 85th anniversary celebration. Stay tuned for more events that are coming up. We have other events that's coming up. Visit us on TuskegeeDMV.org for more information. We hope to see you soon at our next event. Thank you. So this is another thing. This is just something to try to get members excited about joining. So kind of like a promo to join WTAC.
From Tuskegee's campus to the nation's capital, the Washington Tuskegee Alumni Club is where passion meets participation and pride meets purpose. You're not here by accident. Out of tens of thousands of Tuskegee alumni and supporters, you are one of the few who chose to step up, to build, support, and uplift both Tuskegee University and the wider Tuskegee community. You believe in the power of tradition. You believe in supporting alumni, students, faculty, and staff. You believe in participating, even when it's not easy, because it needs to get done. This is where it starts. The Washington Tuskegee Alumni Club, WTAC, isn't just another organization. It's a community where pride meets participation, passion fuels purpose, and support turns into action. From legacy to leadership, we're here to recruit, uplift, and prepare the current and the next generation of diligent sons and daughters. We lead with vision. We connect with purpose. We grow a stronger Tuskegee together, but we can't do it without you. Become a member. Stay a member. Be the difference your community needs. Visit www.TuskegeeDMV.org/membership to join today.
So we got.
Can I do it?
Yes.
So you guys are in for a treat today. So one of the things with WTAC, we're always talking about innovation. So we are going to show, you're the first ones to see it, our new division, Tuskegee DMV Music. Tuskegee DMV Music. So you about to see our video.